Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to the Real Long Walk. So let's sink some. Why not? Let's also boat some. Hopefully not as much boating as we have done in the past. Hopefully not. Hopefully now that we are in the 1.2 versions of the game, there will be less oceans. Hopefully more land, less oceans. That's how that works, right? If there's less oceans, then there'd be more land, right? Right. That's how things work. That's how fractions and divisions and other math terms work. You take away, and then you add some. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go to get off of that the topic. I'm not somebody talking about math. I was not the super greatest mathematician in my class. I don't think you could call me a mathematician in any sort. But yeah. Hopefully everybody's having a good weekend, or the beginning of a weekend. It's Friday. I was planning on actually live streaming tonight, but it's going to be a pretty busy weekend, so I'm trying to get my recordings, trying to get them up to speed, up to par, so that I will continue to have videos to upload through the weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend at work. Kind of a special thing going on, so yeah, that's going to be happening. I've been enjoying putting up the amount of videos I've been doing here lately. Not everybody's been watching them, but you know that's perfectly fine. I don't really expect everybody to watch everything. You know, if something tickles their fancy, then I'm very happy. But I've been enjoying doing the amount of videos. That's, you know, putting commentary over a gameplay is pretty fun. It's I don't know. I've talked about it before. Probably would have been a little bit more stable-minded. Also, it's a fun thing. Very very cathartic, I guess. You're talking things out, stuff like that. Expressing yourself rather than keeping your mouth shut while enjoying an experience. Speaking of something that people had been watching too much of, I have finished The Novelist. Novelist will be up sometime today, probably before this video. So I guess go watch it if you want to. Yeah, not very many people have been watching The Novelist. Really enjoyed it. It's a good game. I guess now that I finished it, I can kind of give my impressions. It's a good game. Crap. So I was gonna give my impressions. Now I have to gather my thoughts about it. What are my thoughts? It's very good at making you make decisions and making you feel bad about your decisions. If you don't know what it's about, you're in this house and there's a family in this house. The main character, he's a guy who's a novelist, Dan, and his wife Linda is there, who is an artist, and they have a child, Tommy, who seems like a pretty talented, pretty bright kid, but not that well keeping up with the other kids. I don't know if he has something like ADHD or something along those lines that would affect his capability to learn, focus. Seems like that's could be it. I don't know if it would be anything medically, proven, but it does seem like he has trouble learning anyway to some extent. So yeah, and you're pretty much having to, things happen in it while they're in this house, they're in this house because Dan, he's a writer, like I've already said, and he's got a deadline. He did this before there's such a thing as self-publishing, which is great because you don't have to worry about deadlines and stuff. Though it is hard to get out there. Buy my book. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. But anyway, yeah, he's trying to do a deadline, and then there's stuff that happens, such as a death in the family, of which you have to try to balance stuff, and of course there's stuff that the kid, that Tommy wants to do. He wants to what is it, like go camping at one point, I think, or go to this amusement park thing, or a monster truck thing. Monster wheels. Well, I guess that's what makes them monster trucks. But so yeah, you can't do everything. You have to make decisions of what to do every single week. And someone always is disappointed. And it makes you feel bad. It makes you feel very guilty for not being able to make everybody happy, I guess. So I really enjoyed it. It's a really good game. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Don't have just the hugest amount of gameplay in it. That is one thing. It's definitely, I guess, maybe sort of a walking sim type game, maybe, but it's a walking sim where you have a lot of control over the story. You pretty much can click on a thing to make the decision, and I mean, so yeah, it's definitely, I would say, walking sim type game, but it's not just watching the story unfold. You impact the story. So yeah, that's something that is definitely a good thing. I enjoyed it. I guess the gist of it is I enjoyed it, and yeah, if you want to check it out, it's gonna be 9 episodes long. So 9 will be up already by the time you're watching this. So yeah, check it out if you wish to. I'm probably gonna replay it because I'm genuinely curious about what happens to you if you make different decisions. Because later on in the game, in letters and stuff, I've been curious about when exactly this game was set in, what year this game was set in, because there's a typewriter. That's how he actually writes. So I guess this definitely was before self-publishing, with stuff like Amazon and stuff, Amazon Kindle. They write letters a lot. There's no emails, so I really don't know when this was set in. What year it was set in. But yeah, it gives you a lot of ways to find out information and stuff like that. And yeah, okay, I was trying to think for a second. What am I trying to talk about? I've completely blanked out on what I was trying to remember there. Yeah, in the letters and stuff, they make mention sometimes previous decisions that were made. So I'm wondering how that affects it, whether or not, if you choose to not do something, whether or not it will actually have a huge effect on the story later. See, I'm pretty intrigued by it. Okay, good. I have one bed. I have need of this one bed. And apparently, so far, we really haven't seen that much more land than what we have been Dang it. Oh well. We'll find more land eventually. We'll find land one day. One day this will be the land of dadgummit. The land of dadgummit. That's the land that I live in, the dadgummit land. That's gonna build some beds. It's like while you're there, don't forget to build the beds, and completely forgot to build the beds. Okay, now we're set. Now we can move on. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play it again. Just myself to see what the differences are. That, to be honest, you can speedrun the game pretty quickly. They kind of, it would kind of make it not quite as much of a point, but yeah, just see the differences. You can probably run through it in about an hour or so and see what differences it. Unless it's a big difference, then heck, I probably will play it about at the same pace. Anyway, yeah, check that out. It's a fun game. I'm probably gonna be starting up a new one. I don't know about Sunday if I will have the next video up or next game up by then, but I think I've about settled on Alan Wake as the next series I'm going to do. The next video game I'm going to play is I have both of them. Or I think there was one main one, and then there was like a standalone type game or whatever. I don't think it's quite a sequel to it. But I picked them up at some point or other. I can't remember when I picked them up. Probably during the winter sale or the time before summer sale is when I picked those games up. And yeah, I've heard that they're pretty good. Pretty good games. And it'll kind of be a spooky game, so the fact that it'll be running through October is pretty good timing. It'll be a spooky game for October, considering that I'm still going to be playing Bioshock, or the Bioshock series. It'll be a pretty good October, a spooky October. So yeah, that should be pretty amusing. It's actually the main character's a writer in it too, so yeah, it's kind of weird timing that I'll be playing 2 games in a row about writers. So yeah, it seems like the perfect follow-up. I was heavily considering playing the Deus Ex games. I know that that they're making a new one. I've never played any of them. I've heard that they're really good. I've had one of them for quite a while that I picked up on sale, pretty cheap, and and I've heard really good things about the series. So I think probably after Alan Wake, I'm going to be playing those. I was heavily considering it being the next one I played through, but I think I'm going to go ahead with Alan Wake, since I kind of randomly remembered it yesterday while I was at work, and I was like, yeah, Alan Wake, yeah. It's supposed to be kind of a scary game. You know what? I'll probably play that. And then I looked up the description, looked it up after I got home yesterday, and I was like, oh, it's about a rider? Okay, wow, yeah, definitely got to play it now. It's a good follow-up to The Novelist. And a good one for October, like I said. So yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly when that will happen. Next week sometime, though. Definitely next week sometime. Boating backwards. So there's a cool kind of story related a little bit to this series, uh, sort of offhand related to it. Um, I've made sure to mention it several times that a big inspiration for this series is Kurtjmac's Farlands or Bust. He's the guy who's trying to walk to the Farlands. He's still walking in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. And he's been doing it for about 4 years. 4 or 5 years. I think it's 4 years. Yeah, going on 5, I think, right now. And, you know, he's been raising money for charity, good stuff like that. Well, he has been recognized by the Guinness World Records as the longest journey in Minecraft. They put out a video. I looked, and Guinness World Records has a YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, I looked at the dates on it. It looks like it was started about 4 months ago. So I guess it's a new thing for them. But they've also, you know, started like gaming edition of Guinness World Records, and Kurt has a pretty big part in that. His voyage to the Farlands, and they put out a video of it, a very amusing video of you know, talking about his trip to the Farlands, and the number is pretty interesting that they selected him for. He doesn't check his coordinates like I do. He's raising money for charity, so I do definitely understand why, you know, why he wants to keep that very interesting number secret. Uh, he only shows it after raising, you know, a certain amount of money for Child's Play charity, and then he'll hold like a marathon, and then at the end of that marathon he'll pop F3 up there and show how far he's actually traveled. Pretty good. Not influence. Pretty good tactic, I guess. That's still not the word I was looking for, but yeah, he at the point where they filmed the video or whatever, he had traveled 1.4 million blocks. So over 1.4 million. I think it was closer to 1.5 million than 1.4. But you know, at this point, he's traveled. I can't remember the last number. He's held another Flobodon since then. Just back in July, I think. Yeah, I think it was July when he did the last one, and he was 2.2 million blocks away. But anyway, the world record is 1.4 blocks. That they call it, though I'm guessing now that he's actually revealed his kind of more current location. I guess that would be the new record. But cool thing about that is I am over a third of the way to that number listed on a plaque. Past 500,000 blocks. Over 500,000 blocks traveled from 0, 0. I'm not exactly sure what I started at, whether or not the Z was positive or negative. I'm actually not sure about that when I started off. I guess I could go back and look at that first video. But anyway, I've only been doing this for about 9 months, so I'm actually I could actually, if I keep up with the regularity and the pace I've been doing, I could become a contender. I could be a contender. Just need a Mickey to tell me the crap lightning and thunder and stuff. What does he say? Eat lightning, crap thunder. Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah. It'd be very painful to crap lightning. I would imagine. So yeah, I'm sure that's what the expression is. So I don't think Mickey cares much for thinking out his analogies, his analogies. That joke probably didn't go through very well, and it wasn't that funny anyway. So just as well. Wow, that's the type of humor you get sometimes from me. So yeah, that's a cool thing to think about, to consider. I remember at one point I had this huge thing of Guinness World Record, this huge book of Guinness World Records. I think it was like 12 or 13 or something. Yeah, probably about that age. And I'd look through it and be like, what of this stuff can I possibly compete with? And let's just say I wasn't really able to come up with much. There was one I was kind of thinking, like the most weight lost in the shortest amount of time. Being a fat guy, I was like, hey, I have potential for that one, but well, that one I didn't do. So that would be kind of cool if I were to get in the Guinness World Records one day. And this doesn't exactly require a ton of skill. Requires patience, definitely. uh, but it doesn't require just the hugest amount of skill to do. I'm pressing W right now, and I'm talking like a crazy person. Hopefully, it's moderately entertaining. Crazy person rants, but not the most challenging actual gameplay. Oh man, so many skeletons. I shouldn't have said anything, because now I'm going to have to actually earn their gameplay. Reset. Oh man, you guys suck. Oh, but they're not despawning because they're all in water. Dang it! My plan failed. Well, they can drown. I don't care. But anyway, yeah, that would be a pretty cool thing. So with my recent consistency within the videos, if I continue on 2 or 3 years down the road, 2, 3, 4 years, who knows? Who knows? That'd be an interesting thing. Though it would kind of be freaky if they were to ever want me to do some sort of weird video like that. You should watch the video. I'll try to remember to put it in the description down below to the Guinness to the video Guinness talk to the Guinness video that I was talking about. You see, I wanted to say Guinness, but then I was like, how do you know that's not alcohol? There's a Guinness brand alcohol, isn't there? It could also be about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Did I say Quinobi? I think I said Quinobi, didn't I? It could also be about Obi-Wan Kenobi because the actor's name was Alec Guinness. Seemed like he held a world record, which is kind of ironic. I think he seemed like I remember that in that one or another one that I read. Somebody he played the most roles in one movie. Something like that. Can't remember for sure. But anyway, yeah, since I'm planning on doing more live streaming, and since I enjoyed that last live stream that I did the other day, I will probably do more of these real long walk live streams. Made 30,000 blocks progress in one day. That was good progress. Fun too. So yeah. And if you haven't watched that video, you should. It's the title of it is rubbing my nipples. So with a title like that, how can it not be fun? Oh, I'm getting turned around. I'm losing my fairing. Fairing? What is the word I'm trying to say there? I can't remember. I honestly can't. Maybe it is fairing. Maybe wayfaring? Bearing. Bearing. That's the word I'm trying to think of. My brain is working super slow today. It feels like it's been working really slow here lately anyway, but yeah, sometimes, but yeah, it's working slow today. Though I assume that if you watch these videos, you already expect something like that, so hopefully it won't be disappointing to you. She looks a crazy person. If this happens to be your first video watching it, you know, that you happen to be watching of mine, then yes, I can be kind of off the wall and a little slow sometimes. I've compared my brain to in computer terms, it's got a lot of storage. It's got like several like thousands of terabytes, but it works off like a 500 megabyte processor. It's like, oh crap, there's too much to go through. You gotta give me time. Gotta process this crap. All this knowledge about Lord of the Rings or you know, Star Wars, it has no bearing on the situation he's trying to discuss. We have to file through those, move past those files. Then we'll go ahead and call the episode here. Going to get a little bit of a going to get a little bit of sand here. Well, yeah, I just needed one block actually to stick up so that I can spawn here and not be in the water when I start up. But anyway, yeah, before I just keep rambling off and possibly fall asleep and hit my keyboard and then have my forehead just on the space button and have like an hour or two of that, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. And I sincerely hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one. Farewell, folks.